Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you are all well. Merry Christmas to you all. It's Christmas Eve, and you're looking amazing. Now, yesterday I spoke and asked a question, and it would be what would you need to see in the Idaho 4Ks to be sure that if indeed Brian Koberger was the person who did this crime, he did it beyond a reasonable doubt? What would you need to see? And it wouldn't be fair for me to ask you if I didn't ask myself and share that with you. Because for the most part, I've been on the fence. And some people believe that I am a Brian Koberger supporter. It's not about being a Brian Koberger supporter. It's about wanting the right person to go down for the crime. But make no bones about it, Brian Koberger could be guilty, and I am not so stupid that I do not see that that is a possibility. I just am in a position where I don't feel that there's been enough put out in the public eye to convict. It's as simple as that. And I did a poll yesterday. We're going to have a quick look. This has been running for 7 hours. By the time you see this video, this will be much more. But right now, it's 47% of 2,000 plus people believe that there's going to be a hung jury or a mistrial. 11% of people think that he's innocent. 31% of people think that he's guilty. And 10% of people believe that there could be a plea deal incoming. Perhaps that makes up a proportion of people who think that he's perhaps guilty. But what would I need to think? What are my genuine thoughts on this? And this is the way I look at it. The grub truck, for me, I haven't spoken much on the grub truck. Because for me, I never felt that the actual grub truck video itself gave a massive amount of information. But there is something about the grub truck that could basically be the most important and key element of this case, in my opinion, my non-professional opinion. We've spoken about the possibility that these people were stalked, that there was some degree of reconnaissance being done on that night. Because what I don't believe is that... Let me just turn this down. The old background music got a little bit leery there. See, it's all on the fly, yeah? All on the fly. The grub truck video, like I say, I've not touched on it much because I didn't believe that it contained a lot of information, but what if they can prove that on the night that this crime happened that Brian Koberger was watching the grub truck video? Because again, I can't just accept that this person who just happened to be a criminology student in Washington, just one specific night, this specific night that just happened to be like a football night, a night when this house could have been an abundance of people. You know, this we're trying to believe that this person had done reconnaissance on this house. And that makes me believe that if he'd done reconnaissance on this house, then that reconnaissance would have led him to believe that there was nights when this house was likely to be filled with people, and that you could turn up and there'd be an abundance of people there, and you wouldn't really know who was in that house. And not even it would be possible that there would be people in that house and not inclusive of those that actually lived there. That's what reconnaissance would have taught you. But if there was reconnaissance being done on that night, then the grub truck could have provided that information. It would have provided whoever was watching it the information that Madison and Kaylee were together. And that they were at the end of the night. They had been drinking, not completely compos mentis, and they were then getting food to head home. So I ask you to dig deep and think, can you believe that whoever did this crime just up sticks one night, got up, decided to go to this house without knowing anything? Again, you're caught between the devil and the deep blue sea when you think, did they do reconnaissance and what did they learn about this house? Because learning about this house wouldn't have taught them that this was a wise house to go into if you are just trying to satisfy an urge to kill. What makes this house and these students a better target than students going down the road? We act as if these students in this house were any more important than any of the, 11,000 other students in this area. But there was something about this house and on this night. And I'm wondering whether the grub truck could potentially be the ace in the hole. Now, if law enforcement can prove that Brian Koberger, or a car that they are believing was Brian Koberger's, because I don't think they'd even have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt it was him, if they can prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he and his phone or a computer, a PC or something was logged in to the grub truck and watching that feed that night. I'm just spitballing, but that's what I would have to see. I would have to see a link. I would have to see proof that on that night that he was doing reconnaissance. There is something that is proven beyond a reasonable doubt that proves that he had a connection to them. And that would be, in my eyes, what I can see of this case, that would be an undisputable connection, to be watching that grub truck and seeing those girls on that camera. Let me know down below what you think. Again, have an absolutely fantastic Christmas if you can. And I will see you all Boxing Day.